Hi everyone, today we are digging into a smoky herbaceous Amaro based cocktail. You don't see that many of those, so that's why this one caught my attention. This one is a highball in its original recipe, but we're gonna make two different versions of the cocktail today to see how well the base works. Let's start with the original. Here is what you're gonna need. So the base of the cocktail is Amaro Montenegro. It's made in Italy. They used over 40 different botanicals from all around the world in the process. It's gonna bring a rich, herbaceous, and flavorful base to our cocktail. It sits at 23% ABV. So I believe it's always good to experiment while making cocktails with swapping ingredients. So do try this one with another Amaro if you don't have this one. So Montenegro is the substitute of choice for Amaro Nonino in a paper plane, for example. So that is one option, but there are so many different Amaros out there. I think you should try this one with whatever you have on hand and maybe adjust the ratios a little bit if necessary. Please share your recipes if you experiment with something different. I'm always curious. We're also adding mezcal to this base for a welcome kick of alcohol and smoky agave flavors to add a bit of complexity. Finally, Cynar, a beloved artichoke-based Amaro, is going to complete our base. Lemon juice and agave syrup are bringing an extra depth to the flavor profile of this cocktail, and pick the bubbliest soda water you can find. Use a cold and brand new bottle. This drink was created by bartender David Kubiak at the Julep in Houston. You can absolutely build it in a glass, but we're gonna use a shaker. So here's how to make the good, the bad, the ugly. In a shaker, we start with 1.5 ounces of our Amaro Montenegro. You can use your Amaro of choice. Then we add 1/2 ounce of mezcal, 1/4 ounce of Cynar, 1/2 ounce of agave syrup, and 1 full ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Shake briefly to incorporate everything and serve it in a tall glass filled with ice. Finally, simply top with soda water. Delicately lift the ice a couple of times to make sure it's all well mixed and incorporated, and garnish with an olive and a slice of lemon. And voila, the good, the bad, the ugly. So is it refreshing? Yes. Is it herbaceous? Absolutely. You really get that bittersweet character from both Amaros, together with the very welcome smoky notes from the mezcal. Always good in a drink like that. The highball format makes it really fresh, really bubbly, really easy drinking. So a lot going on in a glass, but a very accessible drink at the same time. So this is a relatively low ABV cocktail with only a touch of mezcal that you really get though. So I believe this one would be a very good introduction to mezcal for someone who's not really familiar with those really particular smoky notes. Just like the Oaxaca Old Fashioned turned basically a whole generation onto mezcal with only that 1/2 ounce of mezcal in a tequila Old Fashioned. So do try this one for a light, refreshing, very accessible, yet different cocktail. Now let's get to our second version of the drink. As you know, many highballs are basically a variation on a sour cocktail lengthened with soda water, like a gin sour is to a Tom Collins. So I thought, why not try to make a short version of this cocktail to see how well the base works without the extra dilution from the soda water. Here's how I made it. In my shaker, I start with 1.5 ounce of Montenegro, 1/2 ounce of mezcal, 1/4 ounce of Cynar, 1 full ounce of lemon, and I'm gonna reduce the sugar to only a bar spoon of agave. Add your ice and give it a good shake for around 10 seconds, and double strain in a coupe. I'm simply gonna garnish with a little lemon twist. And there you have the good, the bad, the shorty. Man, this is super nice. So basically, what we made here is an Amaro sour. The thing is, we used 2 different Amaros to make a very nice and complex base, and the mezcal in there is really lovely. I think it was a great idea to lower the amount of agave syrup a little bit, because without the extra dilution from the soda water, this would have been too sweet. This is sweet, but the full ounce of lemon juice balances that out really perfectly. You really get full taste of the Amaro, so I think this is a lovely drink. I would have both versions of this cocktail anytime. So if you were looking for ideas to use your bottles of Amaro, these are 2 very excellent options. I hope you do try them with another Amaro, and please let me know what you do. I'm absolutely curious about your recipes. Thank you for watching today. Please consider subscribing and liking the video if you enjoyed it. We will be back soon. Just so you know, we just returned from a whole trip to Thailand. We brought a lot of surprises with us, and we have a brand new series in the making coming up very shortly. Thank you for watching today. Cheers.